Sing a psalm in high school, even if it's not cool. It's Rhyme and Reason 570.
There's a rhyme and reason for your life. There's a rhyme and reason why you're...
Hey there, Tony here. I'd like you to jump into my virtual time machine with me. Let's fire it up. We're going to zoom back, way back to the third quarter of the 20th century. I just can't believe how the years are passing by. And as they zoom past this concave, heat-resistant time machine and its windows, just notice all those fashion and hairstyle changes out there. Kind of weird, huh? Look at that. And the cars, they're all starting to look bigger and wider and boxier. Ew. And then, okay, we're slowing down and we're going to ease up to our destination. Yeah. And there we are. We're at a pretty large secular high school at the north edge of Pasadena, Texas. Now, look closely down the sidewalk. Can you see him? Just to the left of the building. Yep, there he comes. You'll see this nerdy-looking student. See that? See that guy? With a handful of books, he's briskly walking to his next class. He doesn't want to be late because next class is choir, his favorite. And he's going to go sing a psalm. A psalm? Downey, that's weird. You also said it's a secular high school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. That's right. But in case you haven't already picked up on it, that nerdy-looking student, look at him real close. Yeah, that's me, without my facial hair, no beard. It wasn't allowed back then, even if you could grow one. Let's see, I had just made it through my freshman year in high school, and that was a very rough year for me because I really hadn't determined and defined who I was yet. But I'm sure there were plenty of others who pretty much had me pegged as a nerd or a geek because from the 7th grade on, the school system had placed me in what they called accelerated classes. Didn't mean I was a fast driver. It meant they were putting you in these classes that were harder to challenge you more. But, just like in the movies, being a brain, that doesn't win you any points with the so-called cool kids. I mean, not that I minded that all that much. I just didn't like being looked at as weird simply because I could remember things well. But anyway, let's get back to that whole choir thing. Because in my freshman year, I took classes that my dad suggested that I should take in order to prepare my brain for the real world, as he thought of it. And so I skipped out on music. He didn't feel like that would be all that helpful to me. And that was my favorite. But I skipped out on it because, he's my dad. So he's recommending things, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna trust him. He's an adult, and I love my dad. So instead, that year that was my freshman year, I opted for German class and extra math classes. My friends from junior high, junior high for us went for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. They, who had been in the choir with me, my friends who had been in the choir with me over junior high, they spent some time after my freshman year and at the first part of my sophomore year. They were trying to coax me back into music when it came time to pick classes for the sophomore year, and you had to try out for the choir. I don't know if they still do that anymore. Probably not. That would be too difficult if somebody found out that they didn't make it. Oh, no. Anyway, you had to try out back then. So I tried out, and I was thrilled. I mean, I made it. So I got to get back to my lifelong love. Ends up being my lifelong love of music. Now, I've mentioned before how my secular high school was far more conservative than any so-called Christian schools even these days. And one example was how my Christian songs were included in how Christian songs, I should say, not mine, but how Christian songs were included in our choir repertoire. Plus, when it came time for my first solo performance during vocal competitions, I picked a song that was based on Psalm 27. Can you believe that? In a secular high school? Yeah, I did. In fact, the first lines of the song came directly from the psalm. And it says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Can you think of any government school where that would be included nowadays? I mean, I doubt it. Maybe they exist, but I would seriously doubt it. I'm in no way suggesting that Christian songs should be included in the government school curriculum because I don't think there should be a government school curriculum. And that's because I don't believe there should be government schools. I am a radical dude. But I do believe Christian songs should be included in kids' lives because their lives, the kids' lives, depend on the promises found in songs like that and in Psalms. And if that's important to you, then, maybe this little short message brought you some value. If not, you can just forget anything I said. I'll just go sing a psalm all by myself. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom then shall I fear?
There's a rhyme and reason for